Paranormal survivor digging up demons. Interview with John Collins. Take one. Mark.
It was a beautiful house, one story, living room, kitchen, 2 bedrooms, a full bath, nice house. And the outside, it was a fairly big yard, plenty of room for my daughter and our dogs to run and play.
John and his daughter Jenny loved their new home. Until one fateful day, a year later.
I was in the garage, it was late in the evening, and I noticed that the lights inside the garage started flickering on and off. I first thought it was electrical short. We had recently put up a fence to keep the dogs in the yard, and I thought one of the fence posts went into the ground and hit the wire.
After checking the bulb and the electrical panel, John thought he had found the problem, a corroded underground wire.
Dug up the yard, I was looking for that wire. And I just dug in the area where I thought the wire was at. I dug approximately 2 to 3 inches before I hit what I thought was just a rock. Either a rock or part of the old foundation. I worked it, and it finally came loose. And I looked down at it, and I was like, what the heck is this thing? And I seen the date of 1880 written on it. Oh my God, that's a headstone. I don't know, a small nameplate. It had Lucy written on it backwards. And that made me think, are we on a cemetery? Wayne, the former mayor of Wellsburg, told us that there was a cemetery and back in the 1800s when Wellsburg was called Lasersville. And I think it's creepy and disrespectful because them graves should have been moved to a local cemetery, not left here. About 2 nights after I found the headstone, I was in my bedroom. It was probably about 2 o'clock in the morning, and I heard footsteps out in the living room, kitchen area. It was like somebody had heavy boots on. Just boom, boom, boom. The bedroom door opened. And I was waiting for somebody to come walking in, like my mother or my daughter. But instead, I saw a blue, glowing ball of light. And it came in. It was really scary. Because I didn't know what it was. There was just no explanation. It was bad. I just had this dread feeling. It scared the crap out of me.
John Collins had found what he thought was a perfect home, but after moving in, he made a disturbing discovery, and it didn't take long for paranormal entities to make themselves known.
I saw a blue, glowing ball of light, and it came in. I didn't know what it was. There was just no explanation. It scared the crap out of me, and it just like that. And it just was gone. rubbed my eyes. I was like, okay, am I seeing things? I'm like, just really tired. I tried to come up with an explanation as to what I saw.
After John's chilling discovery, very strange things started to occur.
I wasn't here. My mom, I believe, was like doing the laundry or in the bathroom. There was a knock at the front door. Mom went to the front door, opened it, walked out. There was nobody. She said as she came back into the house, knock, 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 back door. She thought it was me. She was like, well, maybe I had been at the front door and she didn't get there in time, so I went to the back. 3 knocks is supposed to be the mocking of the Trinity.
Some people might hear what they refer to as the 3 knocks of the Trinity. Basically what it is, it's a mocking of faith, the Trinity being the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Normally when that happens, it is a manifestation of some kind of malevolent or perhaps demonic entity.
Soon, even John's daughter Jenny was affected by the paranormal.
When Jenny was around 10 years old, she was in my bedroom watching TV, and my mother had to go to the restroom. After my mother left, my daughter said that she saw a bald-headed old man wearing an old-fashioned suit walk along the bed, and he stopped at the foot of the bed. He turned and he looked at her like he acknowledged she was there. Oh, she was frightened. She has asthma, and she had an asthma attack. She was shaking real bad, just shaking and crying real bad. And then she said she couldn't breathe.
Here, try this, try this. Here. Try it again.
Well, she has an asthma inhaler, but it did no good. And that's why we had to call the ambulance.
Sometimes people can experience severe physical reactions, like an asthma attack, when they see a manifestation of spirit, because it can affect their nervous system, which can, of course, make them ill, or because the atmosphere is very changed when an apparition takes place, that can make them ill.
After the incident with the bald-headed man, my daughter claims that she heard voices talking inside the house. I heard noises like bangs, scratching sounds. She told me she was really scared. She told me that she didn't want to be here no more. So I had to contact her mother, and I mean, it broke my heart that, I had to do that. But, that's what I did. I didn't want her to go, but she couldn't stay here. I was afraid for, I was afraid what's here could possibly hurt her. I felt helpless because I'm her dad. I'm supposed to protect her, and how am I supposed to protect her against something that I can't see?
Heartbroken over his daughter leaving, John had no idea he would soon become a victim himself.
I was laying there in my bed, and then I saw something right in front of me. Over towards the wall, I saw something black. It was big. It was tall. It was probably about 7 feet tall. Yeah, I closed my eyes and I covered my head up, and the next thing I know, I felt somebody sit on the foot of my bed. As soon as I felt it set down, I was just like, God, please help me. And then I felt something ice cold, hands. They grabbed my ankles. And it pulled me. I mean, I thought, okay, this is it, I'm gonna die.
Ever since moving into his new home, John Collins had been experiencing paranormal activity. A ghost had nearly scared his daughter to death. And John was to find out this was only the beginning, as he came face to face with the paranormal evil.
I mean, it pulled me like halfway out of the bed. I started hollering, in the name of Jesus, and, God help me, stuff like that. I mean, I thought, okay, this is it, I'm gonna die. I put the light on. It let go. There was nothing there.
A shaken and terrified John would soon find out the spirit had left its mark.
Noticed that I had scratches on me. I'm like, how did I get this on me? It would be on my arms, I would have scratches on my back, and it was like a claw mark. The attacks was taking place, it was draining my energy. It was making me sick, didn't want to eat, it was making me depressed, made me isolate. I believe I was being attacked because I disturbed the grave.
Desecrating sacred ground can be dangerous because sacred ground has an energetic area of protection around it. So by digging it up, you're invading that space and you may anger anything that's attached to it.
It had escalated to the point where I felt that my life was in danger. That's probably, I think that's whenever I decided to contact Carlo.
You're dealing with desecrated land. Anytime you move a cemetery, you're going to have a lot of activity bottled up on that land.
Hello, come on in. Carlo.
The moment we arrived at John's home, my first impression was negativity. There was this negative feeling in the air. And when John first told me about his experiences, that's all signs of a hostile spirit or possibly a demonic spirit. With a demonic, I'll also bring somebody of cloth, say a pastor or a priest with me. You know, I knew going into this case that we were going to be in the spiritual warfare. At the same time, I did ask the pastor how he was feeling. He did warn us, you know, just to watch ourselves. If we feel anything or any type of energy come around us too close, to let him know. The atmosphere did change a lot more when we were in the basement. When we got the tour of the basement, that's where the feelings really got strong. You got this weird feeling like someone was there. We started off doing an EVP session, what we normally do on investigation. EVP stands for electronic voice phenomena. And John had mentioned that he found like a little plate or something like that that said Lucy on it. And then all of a sudden, we started talking about Lucy. And as soon as we started mentioning that, we had some devices on the floor, they lit up. All of a sudden, I heard this scuffle, like someone was shuffling their feet. I looked to my right, and I see this dark mass. I mean, it was darker than dark. It's like right beside me, within 4 or 5 feet, it's right there. I didn't know if it was gonna come towards me. Human-like figure with no facial features, no details, just a human-like figure. And then it shoots over towards the pastor. You hear this loud bang.
Collins had been experiencing terrifying paranormal activity in his home ever since he dug up a gravestone in his backyard. With a foul spirit unleashed, John was forced to call in paranormal experts to help him rid the home of the evil presence.
See this dark mass, and then it shoots over towards the pastor. As soon as it hits the pastor, you hear this loud bang. The moment the entity made contact with the pastor, it like exploded. I mean, it was like the weirdest thing I've ever seen. You just saw black smoke like explode. And then you heard the loud bang. And I just happened to be holding a thermal imaging camera, and I went back and reviewed it. As I'm playing it back, I caught like one of the most amazing pieces of evidence. It was approaching the pastor. You know, you're looking at good versus evil. It knew that he's possibly the one that's going to get rid of him. So that's why he was going after him. And you could see this arm, it goes into him and gives him an uppercut. And as soon as it did that, that's when you heard that loud bang. It's almost like it was trying to fight him and it couldn't defeat him and it dissipated. Never seen nothing like that. I mean, I've done 400 cases. I've never seen anything like that before.
I saw the video of the arm going through the priest, and my opinion, it was trying to stop him. It was trying to stop him. Because it knew that that priest was trying to get rid of him.
But once we seen that, we knew we had to take action and start doing that cleansing and blessing.
All holy saints of God, intercede for us. All holy saints of God.
The way the pastor blessed the house was he went room to room. He read from the Bible.
All holy saints of God, intercede for us.
You should never try to combat a demonic spirit on your own. People tend to lean on their faith, wherever that may be. Bringing in a priest for example, is probably the smart thing to do because you're trained. They have priests who are trained to deal with demonic entities. A priest believes in what he's reading. There's the power behind the words, and it empowers everybody in the room. All that positive energy, along with reciting those words of power, can usually push a negative energy out of the space.
He started in the basement and worked his way up to push the entity out.
Spare us, O Lord.
All holy saints of God,
Graciously hear us, O Lord.
be merciful.
Started feeling a little bit of anxiety, and that's telling him that there's something trying to fight him.
Me and my dad was at the back door, watching inside the house.
I hope it'll save my family.
As he approached the back door, and he was doing his blessing, whatever,
All holy saints of God,
Intercede for us.
be merciful.
I opened up the door because they were getting ready to come out. And as I opened the door and he was doing the blessing or whatever, me and my dad both felt a gust of wind and went right out the door. It passed right through us and went out the door. Whenever we came back in the house, whenever he was done, the heaviness that we felt was gone. It felt like the house was back.
After we did the cleansing blessing, we did not believe John was in any more danger. We felt confident that we did get rid of that spirit or the demonic.
To protect myself, they told me to say prayers, go to church, change anything negative in my life, go positive.
I did mention to John that he may have other spirits show up just because of the land. You know, there was a cemetery here at one time. It's desecrated land. So, once you remove that, they may be spirits still attached to that land. So he may start witnessing other things.
I felt that, it was gone. You can breathe again. That heaviness was gone. It was lifted.